intent of this exercise is, besides just seeing all the big tools and fun toys we have here, is really to just get an understanding of what to expect, to eliminate any kind of fears or concerns, things like that. And helping us today is our mannequin fake person that the firefighters use for training. You see him in there? We call him Buster. Buster's pretty heavy. Buster is like 200 and some odd pounds of just total and complete and utter dead weight. And he's pretty stiff, so he's a little hard to move. But we use him for training for purposes like this. And today, we're going to work together, and we're going to show you again how to expect. Ross, you want to tell us a little bit about the tools and maybe some of what we're doing here today?
So guys, we have a few different tools that are going to help us to get Buster out of this car. Show of hands, who's heard of the Jaws of Life before? Jaws of Life.
Fine.
Well, firefighter Jeff Colley is going to show everybody what the Jaws of Life. He's going to hold it up for everybody.
Yeah, that is.
So that is the Jaws of Life. Now, it doesn't look as heavy as it really is. These tools are extremely heavy. So sometimes they'll take more than one fireman just to hold the tool's weight to be able to extricate somebody out of the car. Being stuck inside a car is one of the most scary things that you can happen to you. And then getting them out of the car is even scarier. When
I'm not sure. They're not explaining.
They hear all kinds of things.
I think because the window's cracked.
They hear crunching. They hear twisting of metal. All kinds of other scary things that make it. So the biggest thing is just to keep calm. So one of the first steps when we have a car accident, we have a chief arrive on scene, determine that we have somebody that's trapped in the car. One of the first things we do is we have somebody from our EMS team come inside and help stabilize the patient. Go into the car itself if they can get in and help cover the patient and talk to the patient throughout the process. So it's very hit or miss. Sometimes we can get in the car, sometimes it's a little bit harder. So right now we have all our tools on demonstration. We have the Jaws of Life, which helps spread. We have next to it, we have cutters, which help cut. And we use them together to get the person out of the car. So one of the first things we do, which we've already done, is we take the window that kind of helps shield the patient a little bit from the glass breaking. So before we break the glass, what we try to do is have EMS come in and put a blanket over the patient to protect them from some of that broken glass. This glass, by definition, is safety glass, which in theory should not cut you as bad as regular glass. Also, in newer cars, we actually have laminated glass, so it's even harder to break. If anybody's ever seen a windshield break, it kind of spiders, but doesn't actually shred glass into the car. Some of the side windows are
covering up the fake person.
A little bit longer, a little bit
cover up the
harder
fake
to do.
person.
That's okay. So right now we have EMT Hurston inside the car that's covering the patient to make sure that they don't get glass in their eyes or on top of them. While he's covering the patient, he's also making sure that their neck is okay. So he's talking to the patient. He's actively staying inside the car and talking to the patient. He is the eyes and ears of the patient. He also has total control of his operation. If he sees something from inside the car that is not safe, he has the right to say to everybody to stop. EMS dictates how to cut the car. So right now, at this point, what we're going to do is we're going to break the glass with one of our tools. Again, this is one of the most scary things for those trapped inside the car. So now that we cracked the glass, we're going to clear out the rest of the glass from the rest of the window so that it doesn't cut us or the patient inside. The next thing that we have to do is something called create a purchase point. Basically what we have to do is make some space on the side of the door to allow us to get the tool in place. So one of the ways that we do that is we open up the Jaws of Life in the window, and what that's going to do is going to push down on the lower part of the door and pop the lower part of the door away from the frame, allowing the Jaws of Life to be able to get in to spread the door open.
So this could be pretty scary, huh? This, you know, you got glass flying, so Inside, we're talking to that patient the whole step of the way. And we're very, very careful, make sure no glass gets in their eyes, and we're working with them. The idea is to do this effectively but safely. Auto extrication is not necessarily the fastest thing, it's more about doing it safely and how to get the patient out safely. Depending on the nature of how hurt they are, we're going to take this at different speeds. There's different ways we can get access to the patient.
What are they doing?
But we're gonna pick and choose that way based upon how hurt.
So we're gonna slow down some of this for you to explain as we do it. But real life, there's many different ways to do this, and it's all different techniques that are used. This is just one of the many techniques that we can do to what's called create the purchase point. Which if you guys, it's hard to see from where you guys are standing, but basically it's spread the front door a little bit away from the back door, so we can use that to spread the door open. At this point, the firefighter can put the nozzle lights inside the door to help spread it. So sometimes this can take a few different evolutions. So you're going to kind of go in, spread, reset it, go in, spread, reset.
He's working his way down. So he created that little bit of space that we call purchase, and now he's opening and closing these heavy-duty steel arms until the door opens.
And just like that, we have access to the patient. We have the door. We have the door that opens a little bit, but we still have a problem. We still need to get the rest of the door off.
Oh no, he has no arms.
As you can see, we have EMS at the ready. They are waiting for our signal to take the patient out of the car. But at this point, sometimes we need to get the patient out with a little bit more room. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring the cutters in. So we're going to bring the cutters in to cut the door off.
Okay,
Now these doors are extremely heavy, so our firefighters need to make sure that everything that they are doing is safe. They need to make sure that the door is not going to fall on their foot or it's going to fall into the patient. Depending on how we cut the doors off, the doors can actually push you back into the car. So we need to make sure that we're doing it exactly the right way to make the door go the which way we want, which order we cut the hinges in. Even those little details matter.
So something else that we're paying a lot of attention to as we're cutting through the doors. These days there's like 14 airbags inside each one of these cars. So you have to be really careful as you're working through the door, especially if the airbag hasn't deployed, where those airbags are and making sure that we're not cutting through them and causing them to accidentally activate.
Even by removing the door, we have so much more access to the patient.
He's missing an arm. Look at
So now we're going to pretend that even this is not enough access. Depending on how injured the patient is, we may need to remove the back door as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to have the firefighters remove the back door as well.
Yes, no arm.
Again, a lot of strategy and a lot of communication. Communication is key between both the firemen themselves, the chiefs on scene, EMS, all these details matter. So right now, they're actually talking to the patient as well as the EMT inside, telling him what we're doing and that we're going to need some more room, so be careful and to back up a little bit. These tools have thousands and thousands and thousands of pressure on their tips to be able to pop the door off. And keep in mind, this is a very dangerous scene. Both of our firemen are both wearing eye protection to protect our eyes while they're doing this evolution for both flying glass, flying pieces of metal. This is an extremely dangerous evolution. So now, as you can see, we have the second door is able to open, but still needs to come off. We are not done yet. We are not done yet.
Doing the second door.
We want to show you how to do both doors.
So just some trivia for you guys. Different parts of the car have different terms. You have different posts that hold the car up. So this forward post is called the A post. It works its way down the outfit as you go back to the car. So you have an A post. The middle post is called the B post. Then you have the C post, and a B-post in some cars. So right now we're going to both remove the doors and we're going to remove that middle post, which we refer to it as the B in the boy, B-post.
So that really just kind of helps the firefighters identify where they're cutting. So they can, the fire chief can provide direction. You can say, hey, I need you guys to cut the B post. It's very clear the B post is the second post that supports the car. Otherwise, you know, you're going to be sitting there trying to describe to them the middle one. Which one the middle one? There's like 3 middle ones. There goes the door.
That's exactly right, so communication is key. Guys, can we give these guys a round of applause? They just took off both doors. They're not done yet, but they just took off both doors in record time.
Hey, Ross, why do we keep the doors facing down?
So we are concerned that if we hit the door the wrong way, or there may be an airbag still on the door, or other reason, the door will pop up. So we want to make sure that the door stays down.
So it's to protect ourselves from the airbag. Very cool. Thank you.
Alright guys, you ready?
So at this point, our 2 firemen are going to remove what we call the B-post, which is that middle
We're
post.
gonna take the body out.
Usually around, at this point, it's usually enough for us to access Buster. But while we're here doing some movie magic, we may as well show you a little bit better.
One thing also that we've done prior to the demonstration for time purposes is we did something called stabilizing the car, stabilization. If you guys look, we have 2 what we call step shocks, 2 stabilizers that are under the car on each side. That keeps the car from moving, so as we're cutting, we don't want the car to move at all. In real life, we would probably deflate the tires as well, depending on the situation. But again, this is for demonstration purposes.
Deflating the tires just makes the vehicle not move even more, right?
Exactly. It's all about making sure that what we do is safe. Whether it's communication, stabilizing the car ahead of time, referring to the parts of the car by their proper terms, it's all part of our training to make sure that we do things quickly, effectively, and safely. So at this point, we're going to communicate with our EMT and tell our EMT it's safe for him to go back towards the side of the car. Guys, can we give it up for our auto extrication team from fire? So now at this point, we're going to have EMS come in and take the patient out of the car.
Alright, so if somebody's hurt inside the car, that's really where EMS is going to come in. And our mannequin obviously is not. He's just there for training. He's there to help the firefighters learn what to do and simulate an actual weight of a patient. Ooh, that's cool.
Oh, look at that.
You want it?
Yeah. I want it.
So, EMS is going to work together. They're going to use that yellow board here. It's called a backboard. And they're going to position it just underneath his butt.
I want the other one.
And they want to make a stable point to be able to get the patient up and onto the stretcher and on the backboard. And rule of thumb is that you're always taking the patient out head first. There's a reason for that though, and what it does is it helps maintain the natural and normal position of the spine. It's the safest way really to bring out a patient.
Get you windshield wiper today.
So, here comes Buster.
So even though we made all this room for EMS to be able to get the patient out, the patient is still challenging to remove out of the vehicle. This is why all this cutting is necessary. Because you may think, okay, the door's off, that's all we need. But no, in real life, we may need a lot more room to be able to get the patient off. Sometimes we have to remove the roof, make it a convertible. So we're about halfway out. We're about halfway out with the patient.
So all together they move it as a group. And now once the patient's on Buster's now on the backboard. We're gonna strap Buster up. We're gonna put some straps on there so he's on there safely, and then we're gonna take Buster the rest of the way out.
And everything that they are doing is for a reason. It's hard to see from here, but even some of our guys have their feet by the wheel so that the stretcher doesn't kick out from under them. The way that they stand, the way that they move, when they count to 3 before moving the patient up, everything that they do, the order that they do it is vital for being able to do this the right way and correctly. So guys, one of the things that you'll notice is that they put a blanket on the patient right away. It's very important to keep a patient that's injured warm. That's something that that's something fairly new to trauma, that we want to keep the patients as warm as possible because they can get very cold very quickly. So it's another intervention that they're taking before the patient's even out of the car to keep them, to make sure the blanket stays on them from before and keeps them warm. By the way, if anybody's looking to buy a car from us, if anybody's looking to buy a car, we're having an auction right after this. So at this point, we have successfully removed the patient from the car. So at this point, EMS is going to take the patient to a waiting ambulance. And he's waving, Buster is okay.
Hey, Buster.
There's Buster. He's out of here.
All the doors
So
are
just
removed.
like that, a function of 10 minutes, there's really nothing salvageable of this car. So some other cuts that
The baby doll.
we'll talk about
Okay,
after
guys.
we're done.
So guys, there's a lot of different techniques that we may need to do. Sometimes the dashboard can actually come down onto the patient, so we'll need different techniques. We need to make a cut here, to be able to roll, cut here, to roll the dashboard. There's different techniques that we need to do.
We could actually, the dashboard can actually lift up and off. You can create quite a bit of room there in order to kind of help coax the patient out that you may need to. Another great technique, tell them about this one too, that we can take the roof off.